What up, Facebook Ads Lab members? Yes, me, Ashley, right here. Just doing our Sunday live Q&A session, which we're going to be doing every Sunday from now on. I didn't want to give you guys any warning or anything. I just wanted to see if anyone's here to jump on. They can obviously start asking their questions. And yeah, we're going to do this every Sunday. We're just going to jump into questions, updates that people are struggling with, have questions with. A lot of people obviously send me private messages in the group or on my Facebook page, and obviously my actual personal Facebook. I do apologise for drilling outside, you can hear that. But yeah, so I've got a few questions. I'm probably going to go through, there's about 3 questions I'm going to go into that people have been asking quite regularly. And well, guys, you are on this, so feel free to obviously drop a question if you've got a question to ask in terms of Facebook, in terms of obviously selling on Facebook, setup, all that kind of good stuff. Feel free to drop me a message on here now. We can obviously get that answered for you. So yeah, we're going to do this every week. So you're watching this on the replay, do enjoy, and you can still ask your questions below. If we don't answer them obviously live, then I might put them forward to the next week's one, or just drop a comment in the to your actual message and obviously respond to you via that way. But yeah, it's going to be something we're going to do more regular. Every Sunday, so you guys can obviously start to ask your questions and start to enjoy it. So without that being said, so we're going to go through 3 key questions that people have been asking. The first question, which a lot of people probably are struggling right now, is the learning phase. So what is going on with the actual learning phase, what Facebook has started to roll out to accounts. So if you don't know what learning phase is, it's basically now Facebook has a little option on your ad sets which shows you the period of time that obviously the ad set's been running in terms of where it is at in terms of the algorithm and the pixel actually getting the data. So next to your where it's delivery, you'll have active and it'll say learning phase, and when you click on that it will show you kind of like a bar. I'm not seeing this bar actually does fill up completely yet, but I've seen in some accounts and some ad sets the bars are longer on some and shorter on the others, depending on obviously how far the learning phase has gotten within the actual time frame. So the key thing that people are seeing, the key question that people are asking is in terms of the learning phase asking for 50 conversions of obviously a particular conversion that you actually your objective is going for. And this is where people are getting a little bit confused, because obviously back in the day, or not even back in the day, but recently it's always been 15 to 25 conversions a day. People say a week, but now Facebook's saying you need 50 conversions for it to actually get past the learning phase. So what does that mean to us in terms of Facebook marketers? So do we need to actually be getting 50 conversions for then the actual algorithm to actually pick up and start to deliver results? So there's many ways of doing this, and I always say, like, obviously let the data do the actual talking. So if you have got data in terms of you can spend a lot more to get more conversion, then obviously the pixel is going to obviously start to learn a lot quicker. But as we all know, that obviously everyone cannot spend that much money to get 50 conversions straight away in a specific certain time period frame. So this is where people are getting confused. They're thinking, do you need to get 50 conversions to actually start to optimize and get a good ad set running, or can you still kind of have that learning phase but still be getting results? And what we've seen is, which is interesting, we've seen in some accounts that are running ads in that we start an actual campaign or ad set, the learning phase doesn't show up at all. It's basically saying that, thanks thumbs up, it's basically saying that it's all good straight from the off and there's no learning phase. It's kind of like the Facebook algorithm's already picked up on that kind of audience, the ad set, the advert, etc., and it's kind of giving the results already from that. And other campaigns in the same accounts or other accounts are then going through the learning process. So we haven't found an actual right or wrong way of doing it at the moment, but we've literally left campaigns to run in the learning phase, then we've gone back 2-3 days later, learning phase has disappeared, so, and we're getting results at the same time. So it's hard to kind of put an actual finger in terms of, do you need to get the 50 conversions straight away, or do you not have to get the 50 conversions? Good day, Jeff, good to see you, buddy. So a lot of people are getting confused with this, and I would say if you can get to 50 conversions, go for it. But most people, obviously, their conversion they're going for is the purchase conversion, which is going to be quite difficult to get straight from the off. So what I'd say in terms of testing it is to kind of see if you get an actual, see what that learning phase is going to go for. Try testing on a different conversion objective. So in terms of, rather than go for the purchase, try and go for add to cart, or try and go for view content, and try and see if you can get the 50 conversions on them. Of course, you're going to get them a lot quicker than you're going to get the purchases. And see in terms of how the algorithm then actually picks up in terms of, is it going to start optimizing more towards view content, or are you going to start seeing more sales come through? And with that being said, I'm going to fit 50. And with that being said as well, like we've noticed as well recently, like rather than, especially in accounts that have not been running for too long, rather than going for the purchase conversion straight away, if we go for add to cart conversion, then we are getting results and people are actually buying as well. So, and what we notice as well in terms of obviously audiences and lookalike audiences, add to cart is always going to be a good strong one to go for, because you're going to get a lot more numbers in the add to cart than the purchase, and people are going to convert within that as well. So with the learning phase, like I said, we're going to keep giving you updates in terms of what we are learning from that, in terms of how it's working. Is it any better than it was before, or is Facebook just obviously bringing up stuff that is not really needed? So, because you're always going to get in terms of testing, in terms of Facebook, you think obviously there's the button on obviously when you select your audiences to expand that interest on there as well. People are thinking should you not use. So all this stuff's always going to be there, and at the beginning it may be good, it may not be good, but it's obviously going to help you later on down the line. So I say keep an eye on it. Don't worry too much about it right now. Keep doing what you're doing if you are getting results. If you're not getting results, like I say, and you're looking to get them 50 conversions, rather than going for your main conversion, whether it's like say purchase or leads, maybe go one back in terms of add to cart or view content and see how the results get from that there. So I hope that makes a bit more sense and sheds a little bit of light in terms of the learning phase for you guys. And like I say, guys, if you guys have got any questions in terms of Facebook, feel free to shoot them in the comments. I will go through as many as possible if we do get more. But I'm going to obviously carry on. I've got 2 other questions that people have been asking, and I'm going to sort of go into them in more depth as well, guys. If you are liking this as well, guys, give a thumbs up, share this as well. I do appreciate that. And like I say, these are Sunday Q&A sessions. They'll be about 15-20 minutes long, depending on how many questions we get. And like I say, we're going to do this every week now, and obviously help you guys got to learn more in terms of Facebook ads. So the next question is Facebook Messenger. Who's using Facebook Messenger if you're on here right now? If you're not, this is something that you need to be definitely implementing. If you don't know, for example, I've been obviously doing Messenger. I've been shooting little 1-minute videos out on Messenger to people who are following me. If you haven't followed me on Messenger yet, I will. Actually, there's an easy way. I'm going to literally leave the link in one of the comments after this, so you can always start following Messenger. And obviously what I'm doing on there is a bit more exclusive 1-minute videos in terms of little quick tips and tricks and hacks. So obviously you can obviously watch it, learn it, and obviously put it into practice straight away. So I'm doing that, and as well at the same time we're doing this in a lot of our e-commerce clients accounts as well right now. So we obviously start to build up a new channel for them in a sense, because a lot of our, mainly most of our e-commerce clients, they've obviously got a list, they're emailing them, whether it's like coupons, discounts, sales, etc., stuff like that. But now we're starting to move it over to Messenger, and on Messenger, essentially you've got Shopify store as well. There's an app called I think it's Chart, but let me have a look. I think it's called Chart something. Let me just see if I can find this before I tell you wrong. Chart. Or was it Cartback, something like that? I'm going to just try and type this in here and see if I can find it. Okay, I can't find it now, but I'll find. Is this one here? Recart. Market in a band. I think it's this one here. Recart. It looks like it could be this one. I'm trying to see if there's any images. Can't get any images up on the phone, it looks like. But I think it's called Recart. It might not be, but yeah, something to do with that. Basically, you can start to retarget and follow up with obviously customers who have not purchased through your website, and obviously contact them via Messenger. And it's great. It's a little it says app on Shopify. I'm trying to get this on, roll it out, because some of my clients obviously on Magento, WooCommerce, stuff like that as well. But if you're on Shopify, I would recommend using this straight away right now. There's a little option that pops up like under your add to cart button that says send to Messenger, which is automatically ticked. So for example, if someone doesn't actually purchase that product or add to cart, or even they've just used that product, you can obviously set a time with them when you actually send that product to the actual Messenger and say, we still got this in stock, come back right now and buy it. And because they've actually get that message, they've automatically opted in for your so you can contact them more on Messenger, so you can then shoot them discount coupons, special offers, etc., stuff like that on Messenger. So Messenger is definitely a great way to grow right now. And you can obviously, if you have got a list on email, you can start to grow your Messenger list straight away. Best way we're doing it is we're sending out to all email campaigns. We're sending out follow us on Messenger with the link, and obviously we're going to send you a special coupon code only for Messenger customers or Messenger subscribers. And we're starting to grow lists straight away, 100 people, 1,000 people on list on our clients' messengers already. So it's definitely a way to do it if you've already got an asset in terms of email marketing. Move over to Messenger, because Messenger, obviously the open rates are ridiculous at the moment on there. I'll give you some stats. In fact, I'm trying to just, let me see if I can open up. In terms of Messenger, I use ManyChat and also Chatfuel, mix up in terms of different options. Sorry guys, I'm just going to lift this up here. I'm just going to try and see if I can show you guys these stats. So for example, on my, like I said, 'cause I've been doing this myself, I've grown my list now. I think it's only 200 people, but I've not really been promoting it, all fairness. So I'm going to start pushing this out now, but I want to kind of give you guys an idea in terms of numbers, in terms of Messenger, and you should be using it whatever you are doing. So this is obviously me right now. I think you can see this, guys. So my Messenger, so active subscribers at the moment, 100 subscribers. So Messenger is definitely the way forward. I'd say like I've not been actually promoting this too much, but it's definitely something you should go look into. And I'm going to just try and get some numbers in terms of actual open rates, so I can show you guys the open rates on this. Okay, let's just see this here. Okay, so let me just flip this around, guys. So this is quite good to see. So obviously, like I say, I've only been testing this. I'm going to go into a bit more depth, start to market this more now. But if you look at these recent ones, 89 cent, 63 people read it, 73% read. The one below, 88 people sent, 70 people read, 80%, 86% below, 96%, 96%. So you see the open rates are ridiculous. Click-through rates are still quite high. I can't remember what was in that one, if it's like a yes or no in that one, but they are quite high in terms of actual Messenger, in terms of interaction on that, because you got to remember as well, Messenger, whether you are on the mobile or if you're on desktop. If you're on mobile, for example, it's going to pop up on your phone. It's like a notification is going to come up with a message, just like a text message. And I think most people as well, if they're on desktop, like Chrome for example, some people have the actual notification that pops if you get a message, or if you're on Facebook you'll see the message as well. So open rates at the moment on Messenger are ridiculously crazy. I'm going to start doing a bit more in terms of training on Messenger as well, because it's definitely the way forward. And I say that was just my account to give you an idea. I say I'm not really promoting anything or pushing anything. It's all just content on there, but it's definitely the way forward. So I recommend you guys start getting involved with Messenger as soon as possible. So that was another thing that people were wanting to know about in terms of Messenger. Is it worth using? And I highly do recommend it. And the last thing I want to just go through is about objectives in terms of driving more traffic to your actual website, your store, and what's the best way of doing it. Because I always say, and this is the main thing to remember, that only about 2% of people are going to buy from you straight when they see your brand for the first time or your product for the first time. So main thing, obviously, you want to have good creative so you can get them actually to your website and then get them to the product straight away. So a lot of people are obviously going for conversions and going, like I say, we were speaking previously, going for that purchase straight away. But one way of doing it is, a lot of people think, okay, should we go for the traffic objective and try and drive traffic to the actual website or to the landing page? And we tested this, and the best way to start doing this now is rather than driving traffic, because I would say the traffic objective is good if you haven't got a pixel or any tracking actually on your website. So for example, if you want to drive direct traffic to maybe a YouTube page, or a page that has no tracking, Huffington Post page, something along the lines of that, and maybe you are tracking it with maybe something along the lines of like Sniply or something like that, so you actually your actual link or something on the page that actually got the tracking involved on it, but you can't actually track what's going on. So that's the best way of driving traffic in terms of your traffic objective. If you have got conversions and events on your actual page, then the best way of doing it is still go for website objectives in terms of your objectives on your campaign, and go for view content. View content is getting better click-through rates for us right now. It's getting more I'd say better quality as well in terms of traffic as well. We're not necessarily getting that purchase straight away in terms of the actual customer, but we're obviously then remarketing them and obviously getting them later on down the line and our dynamic ads and stuff like that as well. So if you want to start driving more traffic rather than just going on traffic and try and get low CPCs, again, view content's definitely the way for it, or page views as well. Just try testing both of them. We're seeing a lot lower CPCs, and like I say, a lot more quality traffic is coming our way via that as well. So that's definitely a way of doing it, guys, in terms of driving more quality traffic. Stop wasting money driving traffic with the traffic objective, because it's only going to work if you are driving traffic and you haven't got anything in terms of tracking set up on the actual website, and you just want to basically drive clicks to a website is the best way of putting that. So I'll test both of them, guys. It's the best way of doing it. Test them both, see what you get from it, and obviously report back to me, let me know what you guys think as well in terms of that. So they were the main 3 points I just wanted to go through, kind of updates and kind of a little bit of what people have been talking about, and the last one I just wanted to obviously tell you guys about as well, because I think it's a nice little trick that you guys start putting into practice. If you guys haven't got any questions, or say, feel free to drop them below now if you have or anything. If not, like I say, we're going to be doing these Q&As every Sunday now, and obviously just get you guys just up to scratch, and obviously getting you guys learning and picking up new methods in terms of Facebook advertising, guys. So I hope you did enjoy this live Q&A today, guys. I say, if you do, leave a comment below as well. Feel free to like this as well. I really do appreciate that. And I say, look forward to joining me, and hopefully you guys can join me on next week's live Q&A session in the Facebook Ads Lab group. Guys, have a good day. I'll speak to you very soon. Take care.